Hi, how you doing? This is David, your home inspector. Hey, I just wanted to go over a couple of things here just to let you know. One is that it is a physical, non-invasive inspection, and that is that we just want to make sure that you understand the expectations of it, that we physically go through the exterior and interior of the home, look at accessible plumbing, electrical, structural, roof conditions, HVAC unit, and then of course the non-invasive just means I'm not allowed to take any of it apart. I have to look at what's accessible. So just to kind of go over a couple of things here. Aaron and I were talking about some of the conditions found. We'll just briefly cover some of the more key items, and that is that we do have some roof-related issues, and that is over the garage. It's a rolled membrane. I suspect that it's probably the original material. However, I think what they did is they did recoat it one time, but there are leaks and damage in the ceilings in the garage, so that warrants then having a roofer come out. You probably have to get some cost estimates to get that looked at. The main structure roof, though, being tiled, the tile's in good condition. However, I did find a couple of spots where felt is missing. Again, warrants a roofer come out and take a look at that roof. And then, of course, where the HVAC unit, which is mounted on the roof, has asphalt shingle, guess what? Again, another 22-year-old material. At this point, really, the only material that we have that looks really good is our patio cover, and it only looks like it's maybe 6 years old top. So it looks really good up there. It's just that what we have is some deferred maintenance and things that haven't been taken care of. So we want to get those taken, and get those remedied. I have a couple of angle stops up underneath the wash basin in the hall bathroom. That is the angle stops are water supplies that feed the faucets. Looks like the handles were either damaged or removed, so it means that we need to have somebody come in and put new ones. Now, if you already know how to take care of those kinds of things, it's easily taken care of. About $5, I think, an angle stop at Home Depot, and then throw those in yourself, or you can, of course, hire a plumber to come out and take care of that. Our next subject is retaining our wall, a block wall over on the southeast corner of the home, or side of the house. What we have going on, should I continue?
Yeah, go ahead. I just put it on the video.
What I have going on is it looks like the neighbor's tree is either leaning or the roots are beginning to lift the wall. At this point, from what I can tell with the loose block, the viability of the wall, of course, is subject to, let me take that back, the viability of the wall has been reduced, and the other is it is a safety condition because it can, of course, fall over. So the hard part here is dealing with the neighbor's side of it because it's their tree that did it. The easy part is getting the repair. It is going to be some cost involved, but I do believe that if we take and correct the problems with the tree, either removing the roots or removing the tree completely, that a masonry contractor could likely salvage the wall without having to go back and doing a complete replacement of the block. So definitely want to see about getting that looked at. Deck looks great. It's a beautiful deck. Make sure that you guys go back and water seal that guy if you want. I would recommend water sealing only because I like natural wood decks. If you want, you can obviously paint it the same color as the house. Let's see. The prefabricated chimney up on the roof. The enclosure itself, because it is just a sheet metal tube or prefabricated tube for the chimney. However, the wood structure on the outside is starting to separate. I just indicated a general state of disrepair. It needs some sealing. It needs some, replacement of some trim board. The other is it's wobbly. Don't know how well that thing was secured when it was installed, but I would recommend having somebody get out and take a look at it, get that guy properly secured, and make sure that we don't have any leaks coming in. Range, microwave, all that operated fine. Ran the dishwasher through a cycle. Now this is another thing, and we see this real common, that is the microwave. The microwave height above the range when the house was originally built was not designed to accommodate a microwave this size or a microwave at all. It would have just had a flow hood in here. Now current standards have minimum height restrictions, and that is so that when you're cooking, it's not right up underneath because it can recreate a safety hazard. So it's again easily corrected, of course, but it will require taking out and opening up the cabinet, and cutting this guy up. You could likely cut down the doors and just increase the height a little bit so that you guys can be safe in here. I've seen people use these for years without having to do anything with it. So I do leave it up to you, but it is a condition that does need to be remedied.